What's good, YouTube? Today we have another market watch, and the first notable thing, people have actually been asking for a market watch just on this card. I was never doing a market watch on just one card, boys. Is Dimensional Barrier, and it is up to $84 over here on TCG Player, and it was almost a low of $90 when people were begging for a market watch. So it's quickly going back down, or people are willing to sell it for less than the quote-unquote buyout price. We have one copy at 76 here before it's 85 also on eBay. Very, very interesting that a card this high price could get bought out. I don't know if it's people were like, I finally need to buy this, it's not going down, and everybody decided to do it at once, or if it was actually a forced buyout by a lot of people with money. It's really hard to tell these days. I thought cards this big could not get bought out, and it almost seems like it was a buyout. Very, very, very odd. Just how it happened all at once. What do you guys think? Is a card this pricey? Did somebody really go and buy it out to force it up further? The only card in history, of recent history anyways, not all of history, that was that expensive that got bought out was Pot of Desires, and then it maintained its price. What will Barrier fall to? 75 again? What? I don't know, guys. It's really tough to call. It's a 3 of, it's a needed 3 of in almost every deck of the format, much like Desires. It's basically creature swapped its price with Desires. As we see down here, Desires low of 55. Let's actually see what that's at with shipping. Light played. No surprises there. 58 though, first ed near mint ship. Basically creature swapped itself with it. That's just kind of, you know, the 3 of you're gonna main deck kind of swapped, and they're both secret rare. But this one is definitely really, really good for this format. We've seen where it just decides duels almost as much as Emptiness would, you know? Summon Rat Pier. Oh, you have a 0/0, how cute. I'm OTKing you if you don't have this card. Artifact Sanctum, now a low of $28 for the Mega Pack and $30 for the Prio version. Let's actually take a look. As you see, the norm was back down to 22, so this price jump is more recent. I started watching it again a couple days ago. So weird that this would spike to 30. I called its high being 30, possibly, but I didn't see it going up. I actually sold mine. I had 18 of them, and I sold them at 20s on the initial spike. I was like, this is the highest it's going to get. Well, I'm wrong sometimes, guys. I'm not always right, and Artifact Sanctum definitely putting in that work. Its high ever was 30, and now it's got 2 versions, but I guess we're here in 2017, and this is a 2015 Mega Pack, so it's been a while, right? Just really, really hard to tell where the market's going to go sometimes. The Artifact engine's broken, but I think it's very similar maybe to Dimensional Barrier, where, you know, you're summoning a Scythe and you're ending their turn with a 0/0 on board, and you just put a body on board. The thing is, you've got to draw the Sanctum over the Scythe, or you're going to have to, you know, do something else in order to turn your Scythe on, which, actually, as we're talking about doing something else, Twin Twister's actually creeping on up. Look at that, lowest 1350 on each version. Doesn't matter if you want a first ed from the pack of Bosch, or first ed, you're paying 1350, it looks like, as low of over here. We've got 1250, 13, and after 5 total sellout, you're at about 1350 here on eBay too, between first ed Bosches and unlimited Bosch. So basically $13 card now. It's just slowly creeping up. I think last time I covered it, it was like $11.50. It's just slowly creeping up. I thought Cosmic Cyclone was the choice, the flavor of the season, but all of a sudden Twin Twister's going up, and maybe it has something to do with this engine going up also and people needing it for it. Really confusing to me a bit, though, that Cosmic Cyclone would spike and this card would still be spiking. What decks do you guys think Twin Twister is going to be good in? What do you think? Why do you think it's going up? Because, you know, they're going to play Barrage and you're going to use it on just that? Why is this card going up? I get that you could save it because they can't really pop your face downs, and you could save it for when they set Dimensional Barrier. But they're going off on you, and it doesn't stop them from going off on you unless you discard something that helps, and then you're still using it on the barrage. Really kind of confused. I don't think it'll see as much play in the format, but I could be completely wrong. Again, you could set it and use it to like wipe out Dimensional Barrier and stuff they set. Get through Emptiness. Still rough. Why is it going up now, of all times? Just supply and demand? That's my most likely theory, but the supply is huge, guys. The quantities are huge. 57, and, you know, there's only, like, 2 not real ones. 57, and then, let's see here. Let's actually go take a look at some quantities real quick. 34 total prices, and plenty of sellers with multiple, I imagine. Like, this guy's got 4 down here. There just seems to be a huge amount of these. 34 sellers. How many sellers here? Couldn't tell. But there's 2 pages of them. The supply is high. I guess the demand's just high. Crystal Wing is creeping back down a little bit. $63 for the lowest. But there's only one, and that guy wants to sell now. And then it's back to $68.70. Actually, just a day ago, the lowest was $72. And this morning, it seems like a lot of sellers are willing to settle. $65, $68, $70. So we've got a couple, not a lot, just a couple. But people seem to start pricing it down a little bit, trying to sell theirs. I just got one in a trade myself. I traded my gym playmat for this and some cash, so I'm going to probably be selling one too. Don't know what I'm going to list it at yet. Probably this nice 65 range. You know, I'm not as like cutthroat trying to get this 68. But yeah, it's really confusing a little bit to see it like all over the place here, starting to just dip. Because it was at 72 lowest, and now there's all of a sudden 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sellers here under that. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people who've put their listing under 72. Although that 71.50 doesn't really count, right? But, it's a one-of. And I guess the supply is pretty high. So, just people want to get rid of theirs. Kozmo Dark Eclipse are $9. What? I told you guys to go pick up your Kozmos now. I actually, you know, this card's the 3 of. I saw it going up, but geez. Already? That's crazy. And we see the lowest copy on eBay is $9 also. That's pretty crazy. I get that it's one of the only 3 ofs in the deck that's hard to get. But really? That much already? That's pretty crazy to me, guys. You all make budget, just not budget anymore. Tin Can, $9.50 lowest. And we got a Canadian seller. Let's see here. That's I'm still hungover from stream a little. Not really hungover, but slow. 6.50-ish. And then we have 7. Then we got 7. Then we got 7. So people buying these out, I think a lot of people will like not to play full copies of Tin Can and the Fire King Kozmo. So this is kind of surprising. Dark Destroyer First Ed is still my suggestion of choice. Only $6. I could see this going to 15 as the deck rises. $7 low on eBay, so you actually save yourself a buck. Coming on over to TCG if you're getting your copy right now, or deciding to invest in the card. Kozmo's going up as a whole. Should be a healthy sign of it. Now let's go ahead and get into some of these regular set prices as our first weekend of the set. Not sneak peek starts to hit. Well, I guess that's technically Seattle weekend, isn't it? $7.30 already for Ice Bell. That's pretty low. That's way lower than I thought it would be already. I guess ultra rares just don't maintain their value anymore until they get bought out. And it looks like the supply is getting pretty high, 35 already. And we see Glass Bell is actually a little bit higher, interestingly enough. but evens out pretty quick, and then goes up. Interesting. I would have thought this would be the waifu version that's also maybe a little harder to get, and you play 3 of for sure. Tell me why you guys think that is. And of course, the non-waifu bell is the lowest cost. Over here at less than $6 already. I see this being a $5 card. I thought this would be a $5 card. I guess Tomboy Waifu is just a bit. And then, this is surprising to me. I thought it would be $10. Maybe as the Eidolons hit, we'll see it go back up. Alright, so Drident. I told you guys. I told you I see it going down, possibly to 25. Everybody told me, no way. You need at least 2. Already lowest of 32 from 40. Yeah, it's a 2 of. It's not the 3 of the set. And the 3 of the set is spiking heavily. What's naturally going to happen to the other pieces? Well, I'll trade you 2 of those for that. And that kind of thing. And then it becomes, well, I don't need these anymore. And that's just what happens with 1 and 2 ofs. Broad Bull already down 5 more bucks. And again, we're a week away. So those pre-sale prices are starting to settle. People have them in hand, willing to sell, getting the boosters at Target, Walmart, etc. People are going to be willing to sell, and it's going to, I think, keep going down a little bit. I don't think this is the bottom out at all, guys. So, again, we're early in the set, but this is what is spiking. 75 lowest, 74. It's a 3 of, so, and it's a secret. What's every single history of 3 of secrets needed in the main meta deck? Strikes, Sorks. It is what it is, guys. So thanks for watching this Market Watch. I never do end screens because I upload immediately after. Trying to stay strong here after 12 shots from last night. If you notice, I never do an end screen because I am uploading immediately after those. So I'm going to go ahead and just say, go ahead and visit some of these videos here. Give them some views, give them some likes, and give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Overall, just like, if you enjoy the content, not if you don't enjoy it, obviously. But I definitely just want to start, like, making stuff go places, and especially Epic Table Talk, which will be down below. So I hope you all enjoyed this Market Watch. Hope you all enjoyed, you know, all these updates. I think this is the most popular segment on the channel by far. And I know I've actually just done a lot of them in a row. I want to chill, but the market won't. So it's just kind of how it is. But what do you guys think? Desires switching places with Dimensional Barrier. Sanctum, you know, going ham and going all the way up to almost 30. Crystal Wing trending down. Twin Twisters trending up, even though Cyclone's up. And then the Kozmo spiking this hard just because of Market Watch. That's pretty insane if it was just Market Watch. Hopefully it's not just Market Watch. And then, of course, the Wind Witch is being a bit lower than I thought here. Odd that this is higher here, but still lower than I thought. I thought these would, the pair would be 10s. I think this will be 5 as the non-waifu. And then, of course, the Zoo Engine being cheaper on this than I think most people thought. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. And, you know, always try to trade before you're buying.